from the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Hey everybody, I know it's a little surprising, but welcome to the LG Ultragear presents Tec Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Crucial, apparel partner 656, and accessories partner Cosmic Byte. I'm your boy Universe, and it's gonna be just me today. It's a one-man carry show by me, and I'm gonna be taking you guys through every bit of the storyline that's gonna be coming up today. So let's head on down to the match screen without wasting any more time, because we have got an interesting matchup today. This is one that I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be thinking about, just because these two teams, well, I don't think they've ever faced each other before, right? So it's a whole new experience. Godparticles going up against Exploit. And earlier today, we saw Velocity give a stomping of a performance against Susquad. So I don't know if we're going to see the same thing today, but I really do hope I make it through the end of all three maps if we are going to see three maps, because, going at it alone is something that, you know, I remember way earlier into my career, and this is a little, you know, a reminisce of what I used to do. But hey, let's move to the group standings, because I'm pretty sure the players are waiting. Let's have a look at what exactly could be the storyline forming after we see the placements in the group standings, because I am pretty sure that both of these teams have something to tell today. And I think it has to be Godparticles more so than the side of Exploit, because Exploit, unfortunately, last time they had to forfeit their match because their substitute and one of their main lineup players could not get connected to the game, unfortunately, due to internet issues. And Godparticles have a good chance right now to overtake the side of Team Exploit, right? Because to be honest, you have seen Godparticles, some of the players before. You've seen the trio of Shivi, Knight Rider, and Scargot together in F1, and those guys are an explosive trio added on with two other players who are as good as them, Logista and Ember. So it's a great group of young individuals who can probably take on the side of true, Team Exploit. I keep getting myself confused with that. But yeah, I think this is going to be an interesting matchup just because of the fact that we can see Godparticles probably come into the green zone of things, and Exploit, well, they have a chance to go on top of the table. So there's a lot going on today, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot at stake for both of these teams because as we head in towards the midpoint of the group stages of the TC Gauntlet, it's only getting a lot more interesting. Who is going to qualify in this group of death? Who is going to be in that black zone? We never know. But hey, we know who's on the MVP standings, though, as we head on to that screen to look at the players who, well, one of them is definitely going to be playing today, and that is the man on number 4th spot. It is Shooter. How much ever I talk about him, I feel like it's pretty less because his versatility, playing as a Jet, is really amazing. He's such an aggressive, but a controlled aggressive player, I believe, because whatever he does, he always has a support with him, and that makes his potential opening up to become a lot more bigger. In more than it already is. And I think Shooter is somebody who can, potentially give a lot of competition to any of the players who want to try and be on the MVP standings. And for good reason, too. He is here. He's going to be playing today. And maybe he could surpass both Paradox and Sai in terms of kills. He's already passed Sai. Sai is on 109 and Shooter is on 124. So let's see if that 124 becomes 154, 64, whatever it is. But yeah. Let's have a look at the map video, though. What exactly is going to be the playground? Because it's going to be really interesting, and it is. Of course it is going to be interesting, because it is Exploit, it is Godparticles. We're not going to be seeing any usual maps. We're not going to be seeing Ascent. We're not going to be seeing Haven. It's going to be split to start off things, as Exploit are going to be picking it, and we're going to follow it up with a Breeze coming in from Godparticles. Now, this is particularly interesting just because I don't think we've seen any other team apart from Global Esports of Velocity picking up this map, and Godparticles clearly seem like they have an upper edge on Team Exploit on this. Maybe it is because we've probably not seen Exploit play this map as much. We've not seen how good they're on Breeze, or whether or not they're good on Breeze. But hey, I have loved watching Exploit play in the TC Gauntlet. I have loved to see how each of their individual playstyles have affected their entire team gameplay, because as a team, they perform just as good as individually. And Godparticles, they have to pull their weight today, because I feel like Exploit probably have a edge. I would say it's probably a 55 to 45 edge over Godparticles, because if they pull out Split, then I'm pretty sure they have a good chance of winning this out of 2-0. And, it's really unpredictable. But hey, let's move into the agent selection screen, ladies and gentlemen, because both the teams are ready, and we're going straight into Split. And we're going to see what exactly is going to be picked on by these players. As we start off, I'm going to be taking this game a little slow, so bear with me, as we've got Scargot going in for that raise, as we always know him to do on Split, and it's going to be Shivi to pick up that Sky, Logista with the controller as he gets that Viper, and on the other side of things, guys, we've got a Sage for King. Soulmate picks up a Killjoy, so that's going to be one Sentinel at least on the map, and that is going to be on the side of Team Exploit, because, well, it looks like they have a good game plan about this. On the other side of things, there is no hard Sentinel like Killjoy. There are double Sentinel set up. There's a Sage and a Killjoy on Team Exploit. They also have a Raze and a Sky, so this is going to be really interesting. The composition of the Initiator, Duelist, and Controller is the same, but there are two differences here. There's double Controller against a double Sentinel. Let's go into the game, ladies and gentlemen, and see what's going to happen, because these teams are raring to go. They've been waiting for a while now, and, well, I can't wait to take you all guys through it all by myself. Now, considering the attack of Godparticles, I know that this is a team that relies a lot of information, because Shivi is a mind that literally thrives on how he gets information, how he feeds it to his team, because he's got two explosive players on his team, right? That's Knight Rider and Scargot. And if those two can open up their potential to the best in this map, you never know what can happen. Mid approach early on. We've got Shooter covering up this position as he plays the Raze this time around. No Jet on the map of Split. For good measure because they need explosivities more than dashing around. As this aggressive wall, look at this amazing aggressive wall from the defense towards the A main. Team Exploit with a really hard approach on A as they've covered it up, and the side of Godparticles are really, scared to move in. That's exactly why they've just got Logista there, but they've given away mid control here.
Here.
HSB has an idea. Somebody could be dropping in, and he needs to be careful because if two of them jump down, it's only a 40-60 chance that he gets even one of them. Let's move in now. There's a little bit of a stalemate from Godparticles. They're taking this slow and steady. They want to play this as smoothly as they can, but Darky, that is a misclick and a half by him as he tries to go in for a 2v1 fight, but gets beaten down. And here comes HSB, and he's gonna come and be a prevalent force over here, but only for one. And oh my god, they don't check for King. They didn't expect the second one to come in, and he's jumping around, and he gets taken down somehow. Logista finds that kill, but he's down to 29 HP. It's a 1v1, and Shooter, oh, he throws in the grenade. That could have been damaging, but he runs away with the spike. And Logista has a chance to win this, but his HP is too low. Does he have the time to get to the site, though, and plant the spike? Almost. Oh my god, I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think he's gonna make it. Is he, though? Is he? It's gonna be so close. Oh my god, by a matter of a millisecond at the very least. Godparticles lose this round, and Shooter, well, he just had to stay put. Timing of the essence here, ladies and gentlemen. It was so unfortunate. Just one thing was off the matter here, time. And I think that they played it out a little bit too much, and that kind of got them, to confusing themselves, and Godparticles gave it the first round on the basis of technicality. That's a little unfortunate, but hey, we got a lot more to go, ladies and gentlemen. There is a big difference here. 3 maps, that's the difference. Who's going to be picking up the differences? We're going to have to wait and see. As King goes in for an aggressive wall, this time towards B, gets pushed on back. Stargod is gonna get himself damaged with his grenade, but he can be healed by both his Sky and his Sage. The double healer strategy, really good one to be honest. Always need heals when you're playing against explosives like one certain agent that is Raze. Knight Rider spots out King, and he's waiting for him to peek out, but King, he's just jiggling. Oh my god, that was nasty. That was really nasty from Knight Rider. Just as good as he always is. Now they've been spotted on towards A. They're rushing straight in. Shivy has made a call, but Knight Rider's been caught off guard, so there's going to be no rotation cutoffs. But this wall from the Viper could really be the damaging one for them. Small Soulmate spots out them running towards Wins, and this is going to be HSB's round. He's just going to be sitting in this tight little corner. Sprays down one, goes for the second, and finds the third. And it's going to be HSB's fourth of the round as TE put up 2 on the board. And this is going to be a long match. I can feel it already, ladies and gentlemen. With the way that they're playing Godparticles, they're taking their time. They're assessing every single situation with the time that they have on their hands. And they're trying to go at it for as long as possible. 2-0 right now. And a full buy comes in for the side of Godparticles. What do they have up their sleeve? They are spread out quite a bit, and it looks like it's going to be a fake towards A mostly. But TE, they're reading into this. They're going in for this push. Shooter's gone up real close, and I don't think Logista's actually expecting this. And he could be in trouble here. The flash comes out, blinded, and it's going to be Shooter to find him almost off guard with a snake bite in his hands. But they're going to let him live for now, and he knows exactly what's up. He's calling out to his teammate, but look what's happened on the other side of the map, ladies and gentlemen. Knight Rider, he's already lost his life, and that's a rifle brought down. Not good news for the side of Godparticles, but they're looking to go into this B side with all forces armed. And here they come, Darky, pretty close up front, and unfortunately the flash, it's gonna blind him completely. No time for him to turn around and try to save himself from the blinding forces of Sky. And Logista's gonna add on to the misery, but he gets one back as he's vulnerable. Not gonna take too many bullets to kill him. Soulmate's been healed up. Here goes a grenade, and Shivy's gonna eat it as he plants. He's gonna be down to 26. He's actually gonna get killed, but Scargod's found 2 in return. So it's down to a 1v2 now, and Shooter's the only one left. He is towards the spawn. 34 HP. What do you got? Shooter. He can take out ScarGod if he chooses to spray down through the box, and he will! Oh my god, the timing of that was perfect. And now he's got a grenade that lands exactly on the face of Ember, and he's gonna eat it down to 48. Shooter, such great presence of mind. He knows exactly what's going on, and Shooter clutches it out. What a play by the main man himself, the spearhead of Team Exploit. Clutches out the round, and more than enough time for him to defuse this spike. It's gonna be TE with the third on the board, which I honestly believe should have actually been Godparticles round. My oh my. You know, considering all things, I think this was a good round for the side of Godparticles, but I think that definitely should have been something that they should have finished off completely. And because of that, now they're, you know, restricted to Spectres and Sheriffs, and that is not a good sign. This could be number 4 on the board, by the way, as the strats of Team Exploit are actually finding to be a little bit of a heavyweight that Godparticles are not seeming to be handling. And now they go towards mid. 4 players here, by the way. And first of them is actually going to get a kill. ScarGod. He takes out Shooter's head clean off his body. And now it's up to King. King going straight in. He gets only the one. And he spotted out the spike, but Logista's holding down this backstab. And he's going to get taken down for sure. HSB not going to miss that shot, but he's tagged down really low. No stage to heal him even. As Soulmate, he's given out the call to Darky that they've not come towards A, my guy. You need to check out B. And Darky's ready for it. It looks like it at least. The ScarGod. He's exploring towards the defender side spawn, and here come the Seekers. The Soulmate, he's not going to be able to capitalize on anything. Information, what he did not know was that somebody is towards spawn, and this finally could be a response from Godparticles. HSB, 40 HP, and a flash. Nothing more. What can he pull off here? I'm pretty sure that the round is definitely not going to go his way, unless a miracle happens. Now they know where he is as well, and ScarGod was waiting for him to peek out, but HSB chooses to save his weapon instead, and that's a wise decision. Number 1 on the board for Godparticles, ladies and gentlemen. What looked like something that should have been Exploits round is gone the way of Knight Rider and Co. Now, this is really awkward already, because the round that should have been TEs has gone to Godparticles, and the round that should have been Godparticles went to TE last time around. So, even Steven so far, but not in terms of the overarching storyline, because it's a 3-1 scoreline, and TE still have a fully kitted buy available to them, I think, except for Soulmate and Darky, who are down to just Spectres. So, it is a full force buy, except for Soulmate. I think he can upgrade to a better weapon, maybe a Bulldog, but maybe he wants to just save his economy for his team. So they're letting it be right now, except that the rest of the players have forced in. So let's see how this one turns out. Moving in towards A, it's Logista yet again to try and find base for his team, along with Shivy, as Darky and Shooter actually push up towards B side. Knight Rider's not covering it up for them, and there's no utility holding it off either. This is a full-on A stack that's going to be coming in as a push for Godparticles. And now, it is a slow play. Again, Godparticles feeling out the map right now. They're trying their best to not give away any sort of advantages to the opponent. As Shivy, he takes out the Killjoy's alarm bot. And they move in towards Heaven. ScarGod getting the better of control over here with his utility. And the one thing they don't know is that HSB is looking down forward on them. And he finds one. He needs to look towards his left. His teammate's not covering him. But Soulmate will find Shivy. And Soulmate went for the Killjoy ultimate, but he gets denied by the showstopper. Trades going back and forth, and it's going to be a 2v1 as Shooter takes down Ember. And Knight Rider, well, he's got the world to face off. The spike's way far ahead of him. He's looking the wrong direction, expecting somebody to be on the side. But Shooter comes in from his spawn side, and it's going to be the fourth side of Exploit. Now, with this situation in hand, we're slowly shaping up the first half here, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks a little bit like, well, TE, to be honest, a little bit of a dominating side, as you can see. And they chose split for a reason, and it looks like they know exactly what they want to do here. They are giving away map control, that is true. But they're not afraid of it. They are not afraid of taking fights in their own territory because they're so good with their individual and team plays. Their setups are so good. Their, trade backs are so good. TE at the moment enjoying life on split. How far are they going to go though? Because there's a full buy still available for the side of Godparticles. It's only Shivy who's on the Spectre right now. And gonna be okay. He's got the rest of his team right in front of him, and they're moving yet again towards his A position. This is gonna get a little nasty. Soulmate sees one with his turret, takes out one, make that a second, a third for the man. Spray down could have almost come in, but Soulmate's done his job. And it looks like he is going to be putting number 5 on the board for his team because HSB is going to come up and clean up Logista. And Knight Rider yet again left alone. Oh, poor old Knight Rider. What are you going to be able to do, my friend? Maybe 1, maybe 2, at the max 3. But I don't think a 4-man stack against is what's going to work out. Not even 1. Shooter says no. As a TE surmount up to the dominance that they've been providing so far. And they are going to be absolutely A-okay with even Soulmate giving up his life because he got 3 before he went down. And that was a beautiful hold by a one-man Sentinel, who, by the way, who is considered to be one of the best aimers on the side of TE. And if you give him 1v1 fights like that, he's obviously going to be able to take you down. I don't know why all 3 of them, or maybe 4 of them, didn't swing on him and take his head straight off. They gave him 1v1 fights. They gave him easy spray downs. That's going to be a problem. But this time around, a little bit of utility force towards B main is actually going to throw Shooter down to 50, but he's immediately healed back. 1 flash, 1 slow orb, 1 grenade wasted, and now it looks like it's going to be a mid. Oh boy, here we go. Counter wall coming up. It's going to be the pop level strats here, ladies and gentlemen. And they go up, and King, he calls it out. Oh my word, I wish there was either aggressive or salty to witness this. But hey, it's all for me. I'm going to enjoy this all by myself as Shooter pulls out the showstopper, but there's going to be nothing for him to find. They're running away from here. Soulmate, good only for 1. This time the double peak works. And the A side looking like there's going to be an empty taking for the side of Godparticles. But look at this. Shooter, perfect timing from him. He could find both of these players here. He definitely knows there's at least 1 here, and that's going to be the Viper. And he's going to go through, and he finds 2! No way they let this happen. How have they let go of that position? They should have expected a backstab. Godparticles, what are you doing? You should have expected somebody to come out of there. The same way that you can go, other people can come too. Yep, that's going to be the end of it. As I sip on my water, Darky is going to be sipping on Logista's kill. As it's going to be 6-1, ladies and gentlemen. My word, look at those kills though. It's just Shooters on 11-2 in just 7 rounds. HSB's on 9-3. Everybody's having a blast on the side of TE. Whereas on the side of Godparticles, well, they are having a bit of problems.
Here.
Let's see how it works out though. In the end, it's about the first half trying to finish off in a better way than it already looks like, ladies and gentlemen. That should probably be at least a 7-5 half, maybe 8-4. But here we go. The setups of TE, of their crossfires and team fights of 2v1s are so good. They always almost take a trade. Almost, always. And that's the great thing about them. They never leave each other alone. Look at this. Here it goes. King needs to find a kill, but he's going to have to leave his teammate all alone. He's trying to heal himself. He's down low, and he's going to get taken out. And this is finally going to be another response from the side of Godparticles as they take over B. And it's just Soulmate left. He's close by, and he's going to get closed down as well. As Scar God is going to take him out, and it's going to be even before the spike goes down. Extra money in the bag, definitely for them. But T are still not out of this. They're way ahead of Godparticles right now. And they're still going to be forcing in the issue. They are going in for this, even though it's not exactly a buy that they would be comfortable with. they can force in with Phantom, Spectres, and a Judge even. So they're still in this, ladies and gentlemen. Do not worry about that. Mid is looking like a point of attraction right now, as it has been for quite a number of rounds. Logista holding on towards A yet again. It's still the default setup for Godparticles. They're not letting go of any part of the map. They're just spread across, finding some sort of avenues to work with, but they're not getting anything. Instead, a lot of utility is actually being spent out by Shivy in trying to clear out some of these places. HSB's been spotted out, but that grenade is actually going to deal a little bit damage. Not too much, and look at what Shooter's holding. Oh boy, Shooter. He's looking to be nasty today. And he wants to be up close and up personal with these players of Godparticles. This is a really cheeky corner. He's got players right beside him on either side. He's got one player to his right who's his teammate, and one player right across the wall who's not his teammate. And he's moving straight in. He wants to go into that smoke. He's tempted by this. This is going to be a nasty fight, ladies and gentlemen. And it's going to be King to come out on top, actually. He finds one, and the immediate reaction of them listening to that judge is going to be them to rotate away. HSB does not find the bread of Logista. Logista gets an easy frag onto him, expects HSB in that position. And it's now the plan going down as a 4v3 comes up, and King hesitant to go past this wall of the Cosmic Divide. For good reason too, because he's got 3 players on the other side of it. Oh my god, Ember! Almost getting caught off guard, but he's still gonna find the kill. Not had too much of an impact in today's game, Ember. But King, it's what? King finds a third one somehow out of nowhere, and it's left up to Scar God. And he's gone towards heaven, and this time they've heard him. And it's gonna be a 2v1 fight they're gonna give him. There it is, Shooter's taking them down. And TE are gonna be winning off of these battles on the back of their team fights. What a delight to watch this team, to be honest. They are so team dependent. It is amazing. I love how they play. I love how they set up their defenses. I love how they have their crossfire set up even on their defenses when they want to go push in towards a certain avenue, whether it's B main or A main. It's just a beautiful team to watch, to be honest. This is looking like a rather uncomfortable map for Godparticles. I've seen them play on Split before, I believe. Just the once, I think, earlier on in this tournament, Tec Gauntlet. But I think they had a better result in the first half, at least, compared to this one. Ultimate Orb being picked up. That's going to allow maybe one closer step to the revive for King. As Ember trying to lurk down towards the vent room is going to get sent back straight from that alarm bot. Scar God, he's gonna give some warning shots as the turret's been taken down. It's all up to Soulmate to defend this B Heaven site. He's got the lockdown available, so I'm pretty sure that he shouldn't be peeking this, because if he dies here, it's gonna be a difficult retake for sure. But then again, TE, they've got 4 ultimates, by the way. And look at this again, a 2-man hold. Look at this. Look at this beauty of a hold from these guys. They're gonna go straight in. Scar God finds one, though. King is gonna take out Shivy as Night Rider takes out Shooter. And they're finding success here. Somehow, team fights are being won by Godparticles, and that's for good reason, too, for them. They look to make at least a comeback happen here. Scar God sprays down 2. Soulmate sprays down 2 in return. Now he's up to the 1v2. What? Soulmate, what a tap from him on the Phantom. How often do you see a 1-tap in the Phantom? And now, both of these guys on full HP are gonna have to be playing on their back foot, especially Logista, because he has no way to move it to the side as long as that Heal's ultimate is there. And the turret's gonna confirm his position. Soulmate, he wants to peek out. He wants to kill. He can just stick the defuse right about now. And he's going for it. And he's not gonna get, nobody gets it. Oh no, Logista. Milliseconds apart yet again, so close. Godparticles are just not having things go their way in this map of Split, and it is just heartbreaking to see it. Because the very first round, it went away on the basis of technicality, and that was, again, just a couple of milliseconds. And yet again, we see it happen in the 10th round. Let's just, if you had peeked out maybe a second earlier, not even a half a second earlier, you maybe would have won that. But, soulmate, well, pros never fake. Speaking of faking though, Godparticles haven't actually tried a fake that's worked out so far. They have tried out fakes, don't get me wrong, but a fake that actually works out is something that they need to really convince. Stuff like this where they take mid control every single time is not something that's gonna work when especially the side of Exploit are so aggressive, so good with the way that they move on, you know, aggressively and get these kills on the back of each other. Even if one dies, there's always a second to come in the snap of a finger and find the difference. Knight Rider though, he has found 2. He's gonna heal himself up. Back to 100 HP he goes. And he's got an empty A site to work with, by the way, but he has no spike. So he's going to be circling all around the map, coming in from the enemy spawn. And maybe find a player off guard. But what he doesn't know is that there's no time for him. 30 seconds on the clock. No matter where he goes right now, he's going to be spotted out at least by one player. And that's going to cause the other 2 to immediately converge towards mid. A triangular crossfire here, ladies and gentlemen. But one of them does go down. And the immediate reaction of the other 2, you can look at it, they're converging straight towards mid. And they're going to peek together, I'm pretty sure. And Shooter's going to find the better of him. But Knight Rider, he did enough damage. If he had got that ace clutch, I think it would have been one of the highlights of the entire tournament.
The switch.
But it's going to be the 3K that he's going to have to settle with. 9-2. 9-2, ladies and gentlemen. I love it. Team Exploit. They're playing as a team. They're playing individually. How do you tackle a team that's so good right now? You can out-aim them. You're not able to. Only in a couple of situations, unless you have a teammate with you. And even if it's a teammate with you, there's always another teammate from the defensive side who's going to come and take you out. So it's always going to be a trade that they keep it fair play. Oh boy. How do you even tackle a team like this? What do you even do? Shivy, give us something. I think that their defensive side would probably be better, but if they lose the pistol, it might just be the end of the side of Godparticles on this map, and we just head on to Breeze a lot more quicker than we would expect. HSB playing the same position as he's been caught off guard at once. He's betting on his aim this time to find the difference, as the wall is just going to be timed out by itself to crack down, and they know it's towards mid. Skargar's taken control towards wins, and Soulmate, you can see he's running to come this side and defend it. Throws down the Nanoswarm to find some time for himself and HSB to reposition, and TE prepare for a hit. Shooter, he's looking to find one, but he's popping out the showstopper. He wants a kill, but he's not gonna get it. Soulmate holding down a really good angle here, but it's expected by the players of Godparticles, and they move out in 2s, and they're gonna find every single kill that they please. HSB's gonna find one back aside, and Shooter's gonna come in and take down Skargar, caught completely off guard. And now Shooter to try and find these kills. He's getting one, he's getting 2, and Dark has found one as well. Down to a 1v1 it goes, and it's up to Shivy. Oh no, he's caught off guard. No, he can't plant. Oh my god, it's over. What? No.
Spike planted.
Oh wait, he gets it. Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. I thought he didn't get it. And he finds the round as well. I actually thought it went below the 4-second mark. I thought it was 3 seconds, 75 milliseconds or something like that. And I thought that the round almost went away again to a spike plant so close. Yeah, I don't know. Somehow, I think, I did see it go below 4 seconds, but Shivy still got the plan. I don't know how that was happening because, well, Valorant at its best, ladies and gentlemen. Valorant at its very best. Exploit. Now they're on their attack, and they've got a 9-3 scoreline in their favor. Will the curse work for Godparticles? That's the question. As they aggress towards B main, and they've got Shooter on the other side. Ember, all he wanted was to spot out if there's a player here, and he's gonna get the satisfaction of doing that. And now he's got Shivy to his right, or left rather, or in front of him, wherever it is. They're in for a supportive play as they push in. Okay, this is gonna be difficult. Shivy gets tagged down a lot, and he's gonna get taken down. Shooter's done his work. Towards mid they go. This B split looking pretty potent right now. Skargot the only one holding it down. He's given damage, but I don't think he's given enough, and he comes to the backstep, but no! He loses his reload, and it's gonna be him not getting any kills, but Logista makes up for it. He finds two himself with a classic burst. And now, Godparticles aggressing towards mid, finding kill after kill, finding a lot more success than they had in their first half. And finally, it's something that they can work with. Soulmate left all alone. And he's got no soulmate in his team to depend upon. And Logista's gonna take out his soul in the end. It's gonna be fourth on the board for the side of Godparticles as they take a huge time to actually respond with some sort of, you know, a statement. Three players alive, and that's gonna give them an advantage to come up to 9-5 now. And on the map of split, we all know bonuses on the map of split are actually a lot more comfortable than other maps just because of the size of split. You can take short range fights a lot more easier. You can have a lot of different plays that you can make with these Spectres on your bonus rounds. But for now, they're going to have the advantage as they're going up against pistols. And TE, they're interested towards the B side yet again. Ember. He swings out, sees three players, I believe. He's gonna get pushed out of that position, but not completely. He comes circling around the pillar and he gets blinded. Immediate reaction, pull in and not get anything. Logista has an idea that somebody is towards mid for sure, and he's not wrong. That boombot's gonna confirm King being here. And immediately, Logista's gonna turn up his utility. Up go the spikingly poisonous walls. Ember sprays down 3 though. Shooter, he's gonna be good for 1, but Ember is looking for the ace. He's not gonna get it, but that grenade will finish off Shooter instead. He is gonna heal himself, King, but to what avail? Not much. Maybe he can get one more consolation kill. He has a sheriff in his hands, and if he can drop one more weapon, it would actually be pretty great for TEAMXO in this round.
30 seconds left.
He tags him down. He knows that it's just Logista baiting out for somebody else to kill him. He knows it. Skargot spots him coming out. He sees him popping out. And it's just going to be him going down now, King. 30 HP. Nothing more he could expect. Whew. All right, then. 5 on the board, Godparticles. Where do you go from here? Because you've been forced to reinvest on 2 of your players. You've got Spectres. You can take short-range fights if you go towards mid and B. Not towards A. Do not go towards A because they are going to shut you down on A no matter what. But the fact is, because they're on the defense, they've got the process in working in their favor because they can move into corners that, you know, could work in short-range fights. And mid they go. TE are focusing their actions towards mid as HSB spots out one, concusses him as well. But unfortunately, Shooter's Boombot is not agreeing with him. He says, no, I don't want to go without you, my master. And it's going to just dissipate right there in mid. No value out of that utility. Because right now, TE are considering pushing it further on towards his mid position. It's a 2-man setup here towards B Heaven. And it works out. Even though Skargot's gone down, Knight Rider's going to be holding down the fort here. Soulmate, he knows that there's one player definitely towards this Rafters position. But he's holding down every single angle he can. Here comes out the flash. Knight Rider made to drop down. And they're spraying down his position. King and Soulmate find the kills. Their positions were a little bit too compromised, Knight Rider and Ember. And as a result, it's left on to Logista and Shivy to pull this back. Shivy with just a sheriff is looking to find a gun. And King's not going to allow him to do that because he knows that somebody's going to come in for it. He's not going to let them do it. Logista, been spotted out. He's got a Spectre in his hand. No utility whatsoever. Just got to rely on his aim to find something, but that's not going to happen. As King is going to be the king of this round as he finds 3. And number 10 for the attackers. An exploit. They want to get back to winning ways after losing out the first 2 in this half. Well, it's been 15 rounds, and my jaw is slightly hurting, but I'm still good with it, by the way. So, my producer just told me to take it slow, but I think that's kind of an invitation to me because I'm a little competitive, so I'm just gonna take it up a notch. But yeah, that's just how I'm built, I guess. Yeah, it is a challenge indeed. Built different. At least that's what the title of my Valorant profile ID is, if it's not build.
Destroyed.
But yeah, build different is what I go for. But looks like right now, TEAMXO want to go for build different, and they want to try and find different avenues towards A. Heaven is being taken care of. Ramp. A lot of players being spotted by ScarGod, but he does not find the kill. No translation of the bullets into dead bodies. As they make their way into the site, that snake bite not gonna harm them too much. But okay, okay. Looks like King wants to just throw out everything in his inventory at this point. Soulmate's been spotted out, and he's gonna take a chip of damage. And they need to concentrate their fire on him, Godparticles, because if he is gonna be a menace here, it's gonna be a problem. And look at this, these teammates are coming to his rescue. They don't even want him to die. They're gonna keep him alive for as long as possible, but Nitro is gonna take him out anyway. And now in the 2v4, TEAMXO's team plays have just been absolutely spectacular today. They have been so good with the way they support each other that Godparticles, the only way they're winning these out is if they have a 2-to-1 trade themselves, which came in, I think, the first round, in the second round, in the second half. But after that, nope. Knight Rider, he's looking to save his weapon. He might be caught by King. No, King's just gonna stay right there. He's playing around with the ropes. He's going up and down. But it is gonna be the end of that round. 11 on the board for XSplit as they inch closer and closer to that match point. One more is all they need now. And guys, to be honest, I think that this could be it. I think that if they win this round, which looks very likely based on their economy, look at that. There's no economy on the side of Godparticles. There's no weapons that they can possibly function with at the best. There's 2 Spectres. So I don't really expect them to do as great things as we would want them to do. I lost my vocabulary there, but you know what I mean, right? It's the vibe. Get the vibe, not the vocabulary. But hey, Exploit. They're going with the vibes right now. They're taking a Godparticles page out of their own. Oh, here we go. Knight Rider's gonna be feeling it. Knight Rider, as soon as, he gets away. No way. He thinks it's a fake, and they're actually gonna go past the smoke. A perfect fake sold by TEAMXO as the A side is left all but open. The plant's gonna go down, and somehow Knight Rider finds Shooter not looking in the right direction, but Darky's gonna trade it off. This is exactly what I was talking about. The trades are so damn good for TEAMXO. Shivy's gonna take out King. No trades there because there was nobody to trade. Darky goes down as well, and Ember's making this work along with Shivy. ScarGod is yet to chime in as well in this action. And he throws in that alarm pod, that boom pod. Soulmate comes to take down one, and he's left HSB alone in the 1v2. And HSB down to 43 HP. He's gonna have to take this fight towards Heaven, and he will. He wins it. Shivy's taking the defuse. Shivy's going for it. He wants to stick the half, but HSB's playing around with him. And the timing's so good. It looks like it might just be done and dusted. Oh my god. 0.67 milliseconds as the timing of the essence and the headshot. HSB must be killing himself for not having a Vandal at that point. The timer eats back at TEAMXO, and they get a taste of what Godparticles had. And that is just so unfortunate. That could have gone awry multiple ways. And it did actually. Godparticles, if you look at their economy, guys, it's still not good. They still have 2 players playing on Spectres, 1 on a Bulldog, 1 Phantom player on a half shield. So they're still unstable. They're really unstable. They don't really have that much to work with. And that's exactly why they're forcing the issue towards mid here. And here it goes. It's gonna be ScarGod to jump in, but it's just not gonna. What? What the hell was that showstopper? How did it not get anybody? Logista's gonna get taken down. Darky finds 2. Shooter finds Logista. And suddenly, what just happened? How did that showstopper miss? I think it did hit Soulmate, but I think it went past him. So because of that, I think he got 140 damage or something. Wow. Wow. They expected that. They actually, Team Exploit actually expected that push coming in from mid. They held down their lines. They didn't go in for this full up towards the wall. They saw that Viper Snakebite come in and they realized, okay guys, they look like they're going to be pushing. We need to hold off the issue here. And now look at the economy of Godparticles. Look at that. 2 Spectres are the best weapons that they have across the board. Utility, thrown out of the window. Sheriffs, no competition whatsoever. This is 100% a TE map at 13-6, unless a miracle happens. Unless another timing comes to play. Oh boy, let's see what's gonna transpire here though. The A side being stacked up. And look at this, they're rotating again. TE selling another fake somehow just by holding down their ground. And all 5 of them is spotted out by Shivi. The rotations come in. It's gonna be a huge gunfight here. Pistols against full-blown weapons. Who's gonna win? Doesn't look like it's gonna be the pistols, but as a desperate measure, here comes the Viper's Pit. And here comes the showstopper as well. Shooter! Takes down Logista and Skargod. Both that is a showstopper that works. Skargod's gonna be feeling that because his did not. And Knight Rider, in a desperate attempt to win this map, goes for the revive. Skargod's alive, but he isn't. And now Ember and Skargod make that just Ember. As HSB is cleaning up every single person with a Sheriff, 3 stars, and the Cosmic Divide. Ember, what have you got, my friend? Because if you pull this round off, I think this has to be the MVP play of the tournament, if not anything, if he pulls this one off. Cosmic Divide falls. Astro Star's coming down. Turret's gonna be taking off half of his HP. And Soulmate to finish off of what's left. TE pull up a dominating victory on the map of Split. What a beautiful, beautiful game of Valorant this has been, ladies and gentlemen. And I've had the great privilege of watching it all by myself. And it's been amazing, to be honest. I really love watching TE play. Exploit have been a really dynamic team with their setups of defense, with their, executes of offense, with the way that they play around with their, crossfires. No matter how many times I repeat about it, it's just not enough. Let's go to the match highlights, and I'll tell you what I was talking about. I'll tell you right from the beginning how this team had such good read of the game. Like, they were so supportive of every time you look at this, every time you look at the map, there's always 2 players who are really close to each other in the vicinity. And even if they're not, the one player who is alone, his individual skills are just so good, like HSB just sprayed down too. But as soon as he saw that, you could see the immediate reaction on top of Heaven was to Darky to peek off as well, right? And then individual plays like these, where Shooter was let off the hook free. He finds 2, and he's done his job. And even though he does not get any more, he got a 3 in that round, and his team made it count for the most of it. It's just individual plays, brilliant. Team plays, brilliant. Timing and luck, rounds like these, timing and luck also brilliant, because look at this. It came down so close, ladies and gentlemen, so damn close. It was literally just milliseconds off that Logista killed him off, and somehow Exploit finished it 9-3. I mean, this round, I honestly don't know how the hell Shivi got that plan, because I saw the timer boil down lesser to than 4. But he made it work. And Godparticles, they put up number, 5 and 6, 4, 5, and 6 in the second half. But it was just 3 rounds per half that they got. And that was going to be the end of it. As Team Exploit, they have done a brilliant job on the map of Split. And they are going to be going to Breeze with their home map in their hands. Well, whether or not Breeze is going to be a different issue, we actually have actually no idea. And I'm pretty sure you guys don't either, just because of the fact that, well, we've not seen the Exploit play Breeze that much. I've seen them play once or twice maybe, but I'm still not convinced that they, can take it all the way against Godparticles, who seem to have a game plan. And we're going to be seeing that in just a couple of minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to be right back here in just a few. I'm going to go get something to eat, maybe freshen myself up. I need to, maybe fix my jaw in the right direction. I feel like it's dislocated at this point. And I'm going to be back with the LG Ultragear presents TC Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Crucial, apparel partner 656, and accessories partner Cosmic Bite. I'm going to be back in just a bit.
the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear presents TEC Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Crucial, apparel partner 656, and accessories partner Cosmic Bite. It's been a hell of a game, the first one, to be honest. I really did not expect Godparticles to fall the way they did. I really thought it would be a much closer of a matchup on Split, because I've seen Godparticles play before on Split, and they've been, a lot more potentially damaging to the other team than they were in this match. And considering everything that we've seen so far from Exploit, you have to consider the fact that this another map of Breeze coming up should probably go into their favor. It looks like they have it in the bag. It looks like they're in a good set of confidence, potential to win, as well as comfortable situation right now. They are just sitting tight, waiting for Godparticles to come to them, because it's gonna definitely get a lot more difficult for Godparticles. That's more to the agent selections as we continue talking about this, ladies and gentlemen, because we have Exploit on defense, and that is gonna be a little bit of a a tell or a give, and just because of the fact that I think that defense on Breeze is a lot more viable if you play as a team, and a team play is what is personified by Team Exploit. But the fact is that this is a huge map, right? So they're spread out really far away from each other. There's a thin line of defense that at the side of Godparticles can potentially break and make through. But if they still somehow find a way to make the play compact, like try to make it a really close towards the A main with the Viper, or towards the B main with the Viper. However it is, it's gonna be a lot more easier for them because this is a team that thrives on team play and individual play, but more so on getting those trades coming back and forth, right? So with the agents that they've got, it's pretty much similar on both sides. There's a Sova, Viper, Sky, Cypher, and Jet. It is the exact same lineup as you would expect on Breeze any other time, and well, it's all about the composition diff. It's about the team diff at this point. No agent diff right now. Let's move into the game, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to take a stroll along the beach. Now, this is not exactly a map that I would say Godparticles should be looking at. Okay, guys, it's our home map. We should be comfortable enough to win this a little bit more easier. Instead, I think they should see this as a challenge because the side of TE are, well, they face them now and they know that this is a team not to be taken lightly. And King with a really interesting shock dart lineup coming up. Nah, he's chosen to go against it. Never mind. I would have loved to see that though. That shock dart is not going to hit anybody. Either is that hound from HSB. As the side of Godparticles have actually spread out every bit of the map. 2 towards A, 2 towards B, 1 holding down towards mid. As this pistol round is yet again a typical Godparticle round. Holding on, waiting for utility to be wasted, waiting for information to be given out, waiting for the defense to make some mistakes. But to be honest, TE, they don't really give out that much. They don't give information, they don't make mistakes, they don't push out. They wait for the opposition to come to them because they know, as the defense, they can hold on for as long as possible because they don't need map control. The attackers do. And Godparticles, they thrive on map control because if they don't have it, they actually get really uncomfortable. And here we go towards B. Knight Rider, he charges up. He's got one. No. It's going to be Skargot to put Soulmate down. Darky's going to be trading it off. And Logista finds HSB. And Darky's left with 30 HP and he's waiting for a Seamus to come in. But the B side has already been taken control of. And Spike's gone down. Godparticles have an advantage early on. 4 versus 3. Retake situation. Not really ideal, especially on the B side. There's a lot of angles to consider and check when this postman comes in. Gargot's already found Shooter, and Shivy's taken down one. Gargot to finish off with the third as he starts off the map in flying green colors, if I must say. As the Queen of the Jungle is going to be taking a bit of a aggressive approach. And I love it. Godparticles, I want them to take these aggressive approaches. I want them to be more out and open in the way that they attack these sites, just because I feel like they sometimes take too much time. They kind of maybe, stall out the clock a little too much, just as we saw on Split, right? There were times where they couldn't plant a spike because, well, they just took far too long. They took their own time, and, that's not something that you can do. There's always a time limit on every single round. Less than 2 minutes. You need to make your plays within that. As Shooter, he's looking to make a play towards a main, but Ember is going to shut down King on his lurk, and he's not expecting another, I think, Ember, but HSB, he's looking in the wrong direction. Barrel spotted out, and that's going to be Ember with a second. Knight Rider goes straight in, and he's already bought up a Vandal, so he's going to be taking out heads and probably trying to stay alive for as long as possible. Drops on Vandal is going to be a problem, but it's going to be not the case right now. Knight Rider takes out the second of the round for himself as 2-0 up they go. Godparticles feeling comfortable on Breeze early on. All right. Now that the first buy round is coming in for the defense, Team Exploit can look to maybe, try a different strategy. Maybe push up towards B, like how they did on Split. But, looking at the first 2 rounds, I can already incur that they're not really as okay with Breeze as they would have wanted to be. They don't seem like they want to go on the aggressive foot, but if they do, I would be really happy. The way that they're playing is more centric around the figure that they let the attackers make mistakes like these and find the first opening frags on the base of individual fights. And look at this now. Shooter. Oh my god, the map control that he's found is beautiful. He's going to clear out mid completely, and he's going to find maybe 1 kill at the bottom of it. Is he going to find that? Not quite sure. Skargot throws in that flash to try and maybe find him off guard. But HSB, He's right around the corner to try and hold off this angle for his teammate. Look at this teamwork. It's so beautiful. HSB gonna get spotted out here, and he's in a really bad spot, to be honest. He can get flashed out. He can get spammed. He can get taken out by the recon. He's gonna get away from this, but he's got a lot of utility coming his way and a lot of bullets as well. Darky's not gonna be able to support him. Darky's not gonna be able to find anything on his own. Here go the Seekers from ScarGod, but it's not gonna help Shivy too much as he goes down. And Ember, he knows King is completely unaware of his position, and that could be something that he could work upon, and he will. Ember's opened up the A side, and that's exactly where Godparticles are gonna go now. Soulmate's been spotted out, so it's a definite A hit, as you would expect. Logista, he is just waiting and waiting and waiting for his opponent to move out of his peripheral sound vision, at least. And as soon as he does, Logista's gonna come out, and he's gonna blow his head straight away. A beautiful round yet again from Godparticles, as they pull out exactly what actually the side of TE did to them on the map of Split. So this is getting a little bit interesting. Godparticles look like, in the early stages at least, could take us potentially to map number 3 on Bind. And that, I believe, is a TE map through and through. But that's the only chance they've got, because they need to pull out Breeze to try and make this one at least a 1-pointer of a match instead of a 2-pointer. Right now, they've got a good chance to make it 4 and confirm their try towards that 1 point by winning out Breeze. As the eco round for TE is not going to allow them to gain too much of success in this. Darky's pushed up towards B. He knows it's clear, but oh my god, Logista. Straight up. Domination. And now TE are just playing around with the fields. They know that the B side's going to be hit. Just a little over a minute now for them to play Godparticles, and they're still being cautious. I love the respect that they're giving. Look at this. They're rotating again. Again. Oh my god, Godparticles. They take out the player on mid, and they're going towards A yet again, where HSB's waiting for them in this really, really far corner. He's gonna get spotted out, but it doesn't matter because he's taking a kill. Looking for a second. Not gonna be able to find it. Knight Rider too quick in the win for him.
30 seconds left.
And Knight Rider just gonna casually spray one down to the Viper wall. Okay then. 3 versus 2. Oh my god, HSB! Flick of the wrist that could have almost maybe dislocated his joints. What a shot from him. Here we go though. 4th on the board for the side of Godparticles, as Breeze is definitely turning out to be a gust for the side of Exploit, or maybe a Gale. I'm just naming different types of wins, what I remembered from 9th grade. Forgive me for that. Gale, Gust, Storm, Hurricane. What else type of wins are there? Yeah, I mean, if they start naming maps like that, well, it's gonna be a whole different issue for us to remember. It's gonna be easier for us to remember. Mostly a science lesson on Valorant, geography lesson, or whatever it is. Some lesson, just not forgive that. But let's see what's gonna happen towards mid. Shooter taking up a lot of control with that operator, so he's gonna confirm that nobody's crossed in. But it did take him a while to take on that angle, so he's not quite sure if anybody is crossed up earlier on. He's gonna tell that to his teammate. His Darky is holding down a really passive angle with his camera. He spots out ScarGod. He tags him as well. ScarGod, body blocked by his teammate, and Shooter gonna take down Shivy. That's a really bad mistake to make, Shivy. You know you're gonna be wide and open in that angle with a bow and arrow in your hand, and it's not gonna help you fight back. And that's always a mistake that you shouldn't commit as an experienced Sova player.
Poison's off.
Timing is of the essence right now, ladies and gentlemen. Less than 40 seconds to go, and they're again gambling this down to just technicalities. Godparticles, they need to be careful with the way they play. Soulmate's gonna find an easy spray down of Ember through his own poison orb, and that's just gonna slow them down. Look at this, they're so afraid to go into the side 20 seconds left. And T know exactly what's happening. They know exactly what's happening. They can't. They're going to save this. They're running away. There's nothing they can do. How on earth
10
has this...
seconds left.
How? They're not even allowed to enter the side. Look at the hold of TE, ladies and gentlemen. How good is that? One spray down a second. And that's all they needed to make the side of Godparticles rethink, and rethink, even though they have economy. Even though they have economy. I don't know what Godparticles were thinking, but honestly, this kind of strat of them trying to run down the clock to the really last, couple of seconds and then make their move is honestly a 50-50 thing. It works at times, it doesn't at times, and you have to gamble it on your executes, how good they are, how many times you practiced it, whether or not your individual players can find success, because on the opposite side, you don't know what's waiting for you. And that sort of, enigmatic play from the defense is what is going to throw you off. They get information about shooter being towards A and with the operator, so they're going to try and explore other values now, which is towards the tube position. They actually exert back towards A. Okay, this is interesting. And Knight Rider pushing up with an operator is not a sight that you see usually, but hey, it's Knight Rider, so you can expect anything from the man. He's waiting to throw down that wall switch and maybe get a kill, but Soulmates actually find Knight Rider, and almost, even though one of them's taken a hit, it's gonna be TE comfortably holding down this A side. Look at this again, man. Less than a minute left. Shooter, he's gonna get blinded away. He's gonna get smoked away himself. And ScarGod, even though he's crawled into the site, he's still not really comfortable about this. Finally, some room to work with. They say it's gonna be Emperor with the Viper Speed, but HSP, he shuts them down. Shooter with another, and the Seekers come in for his insurance policies as HSP, Shooter have a dynamic duo set up between them, and the side of TE pull up a flawlessly beautiful hold, and nobody even went towards the side. Ember was the one person who stepped into the water, but as soon as he gave the first step in, he was just sprayed down, straight down. Why would you... No, Godparticles, you gotta shift it up. Come on, don't be afraid. Don't give them that much respect. If you give your opponents too much, there is a thing giving respect to your opponents for sure, yeah? But if you give them too much respect, it's only gonna harm you, my friends. Like this, you're gonna let them push in that far ahead when you don't really assert your domination by, I don't know, maybe letting out a flash or going immediately for a hound push. Just get some sort of map control, because you can see it, ladies and gentlemen, how uncomfortable the side of Godparticles get when they don't have map control. First 4 rounds, he tried to push them, but they had something working against them. And now as soon as they've found their groove, you can see they're pushing up to avenues where they know they can pressurize the side of Godparticles. And as soon as they get pressured, Godparticles are put in this sort of situation where they don't know where to go. They have no idea. They just wait and wait and wait and wait, and they just wait out until the clock runs out. And they hope for the defense to make a mistake, and that's never going to happen, because TE, they make one push which is really well calculated. Apart from that, it's going to be nothing.
Scanning ahead. Right here.
Towards A they're going this time, and it's the same approach yet again and again. That recon not going to allow them to go in. And Shooter's already found Logista lurking towards mid. And that's just going to add on to their misery. Shivy, the closer you go, the more utility gets dropped into your face, my friend. Knight Rider's holding down the operator yet again, but King is gonna find Shivy, and Knight Rider's gonna get sprayed down. Ember yet again, the only one to see the face of the site. He's got the spike, but he's got nothing more to work for except for the 1 kill. Now, I don't know if you guys are seeing this. In the last 3 rounds, there's only been one... Okay, not the last 3. In the last 5 rounds, there's only been 1 proper time that the side of Godparticles have actually made it into a site with maybe at least 2 players. In the last 3 rounds, only 1 player has made it onto the site of Godparticles, onto any site, and that was A mostly, and by Ember. Now, if you don't see that form of defensive setup coming in, the domination that they're holding it with, the way that TE are playing, they're pushing aggressively on B because they know it's more dynamic close range fight so they can take it. And on A, they're letting the side of Godparticles come in because they've got the operator working there. They've got a shock dart, they've got a drone, they've got a recon. What a perfectly calculated play. I just love this from the side of from the side of Team Exploit. Look at this yet again.
Poison's off.
So much control towards B. They push up, they get this B control. They know it's not B, and they immediately have their players lurking around. Shooter, this time, almost gets the kill, dashes away to safety somehow. Shivy's not going to be able to find him.
Right here.
Shock dart lands to no avail, and now it's on to King to maybe find some success with the spray downs.
Planted.
The spike will go down. This is the first time in about 5 rounds that the side of Godparticles have actually found some success with the sights, and they've actually let Ember get away with this. Oh boy, he's opened up the door. Gonna look to close it, and they will. Ember, he comes out, he's been spotted. A lot of trades going back and forth. Ember and Knight Rider find one each. Soulmate and Shooter get 2. Ember fights back. Scar with another, and it's left to Soulmate in the 1v3. Finally, the side of finally the side of Godparticles have something to say about this. Soulmate finds one, but he's not gonna get the other. 50 HP and Logista still not gonna be enough for Soulmate to get him down. He finds a better angle on him. And he's gonna swing out by 3 to 5 we go. It's still close by. It's still Godparticles in the lead. But my word, TE are so good. Oh man. TE still have a full buy. They still are in a fully capable situation of turning this around, turning this half around. Because look at their economy. It's still good for another round, another 2 rounds. And with Soulmate dropping down his ultimate towards A, which means that all their focus is going to be towards B, because Soulmate has actually cleared out already a lot of the ground here. And you can see it. Even though T are still a little skeptical about this, they're holding down halls with Shooter with the operator. And HSB's pushed up so much, and now he's cleared. Oh boy. Information worth $1 million here. Or at least a round. Shivy's gonna take this chip. Oh, he's struggling to find that chip. Oh no. He's gonna take it out with the shock dart instead. And now they move right back towards mid. This is a really weird approach from Godparticles. They're trying to move towards B. It's gonna be a split. But oh boy, King. He's gonna find one. He's looking for a second. And he's gonna tag down at least 2 members. And even though the Sky can heal up one, he's still gonna be low. So that's one player who's gonna go down. ScarGod, he's not even gonna heal anybody. And it's still one player who gets a trade. Knight Rider shuts down Shooter, and HSB's completely cleared off A in every single angle possible. Mid is being guarded by Soulmate through the A doors, and Darky has an idea that somebody could be crawling in through the mid tunnel, and they did. Shivy got the better of King. King was not aware of the fact that somebody could be coming in. And Ember found Darky. That's gonna cause a rift in this side as the 3v2 comes in. Viper wall being thrown down across for the post plan for the retake situation. As Soulmate is with HSB. These two are a deadly duo.
Box here.
Last player standing.
Knight Rider comes in the backstab, finds HSB. That's gonna be Soulmate left all alone. He's gonna get spotted out, sprayed down as well. As Ember finds it, somehow Godparticles get this round. I finally like this from the side of Godparticles. They're aggressing the situation. They're being a little bit more hasty. Not hasty, I want to say. A little bit more timed with their decisions. They're not letting it go to the last 30, 40 seconds. They're doing it within the minute mark. And that's something that's a little bit more progress. And that's exactly why they've got 6 rounds on the board against the 3 of 2, against the side of Team Exploit. Knight Rider, yet again with the operator towards this hall's position. Looking to find a Sova. He's called up a teammate with him as they want to double push that hall's position. Shooter is holding down mid. And he has no idea, no calls to give even because he's got no sound cues to work on above him. Particles with an interesting approach here. They want to go towards halls. They've got a tripwire against them right there. Shooter's coming back towards A. DE are rotating towards A. There's a lot of rotations being made. Shooter in now prime position to find 1 kill at the very least. And he's being covered up in the door's position by King. And he's going to find the head. Shooter, he's being just as good as he always is. He's got the spike in his vision. And he's seen both of the players. He knows one's crawled into the site. And needs to find the player who's going for the spike right now. Because Logista's been taken out. Shivy jumping about trying to find something. As Ember and Knight Rider are looking to make the damage happen from behind. And it's going to be Knight Rider to actually find it. HSB takes him out though. Ember still takes out HSB, so it's still a 2v2. Spike still in no man's land as Shivy's desperately trying to pick it up and maybe run towards the B side. But he's scared of the operator, and Shooter is gonna just add on to that fear. Shooter! My word, I just have no words for this guy, dude. He is so good. Now, the only thing that actually got the side of TEAMXO that round was that spike dropping. Because if that spike hadn't dropped right in the middle of nowhere, they wouldn't have got that round. Shooter wouldn't have been able to use that as leverage. And because Ember was nowhere near, there was no smokes to work with, there was no jet smokes even to pick it up, and Shivy had to just peek out in the open because his recon was going to be of no use. Whether or not he had his recon was a whole other issue. And as a result of that, they put up round number 4, and now HSB looking for 5, spraying down 2, but it's not going to connect it. He's done damage though. 7 HP down Logista, 10 HP down Shooter. As the side of Godparticles switch it up in this round, and they find an aggressive running towards A. But it has been taken care of on most time, and it's going to be taken care of this time as well. King takes out Ember, no more Viper Spit. Shivy might as well just step into that poison fight at this time because his death is inevitable. And there we go, number 5 coming up, and the half is not letting being run away. TE want to make this count, TE want to make this a 2-0, and TE want this a 6-6 half so they can start off from ground zero yet again on Breeze. And with the attacking half in their hand, and Breeze widely considered as an attacking map, should be in their favor if they end this 6-6. Phew. All right, Shooter. He is up in the position that I love to play when I'm on Breeze. But not usually with the operator. HSB actually spots out 3 players towards A main. And he wants to push the situation. He's taking control, and Shooter's going to take control towards B main. Gargot completely unaware of the fact that he could be raided upon from the heavens above. At least a wall above. He's going to be taken down. And that's the end of him for this half. It's up to his teammates to find something, but Knight Rider is going to be the second one to follow his suit. HSB, he's looking for a spray down. He's going to find one after the other. The players of Godparticles are falling, and falling, and falling, and they keep falling. And King celebrates by putting up his Hunter's Fury in the air.
Switching sides.
Half that has been, oh my god, what a half. They were up 4-0, they were up 5-2, and then they let it come back to 6-6. Godparticles got red in the last 4 rounds straight. And even though they tried their best to maybe pull out something, it sort of seems like they're a little bit disoriented at this point. Because as soon as they lose one player, they're just looking so confused. They're like, okay, do we go here? Do we go here? Let's hold. Let's hold. Let's hold. They're just constantly holding. The aggressive times that they have pushed up, they've actually got the sites. But the times that they've held, there's been about 4 or 5 rounds where they haven't even entered the site. And as soon as they come on the attack, Shooter, well, he's going to be doing his usual damage. Finds a headshot straight onto the head of HSB. Gargot will find HSB. Sorry, Gargot will find HSB. Logista was the one who went down. Shivy and Ember find 2 back. And it's going to be Knight Rider to get a 3rd as well. Following up that one, 2v1, Shooter. He's got a sheriff to work with, but he's got too many players to look at. And he's going to get taken down. Knight Rider picks up that sheriff. And he's going to be really happy with that as he says thanks for it. And 7-6. It's still the lead and still the pistol for the side of Godparticles. How much further are they going to be taking this? Well, considering that TE have a really dynamic four-playing system in the form of Shooter trying to make things happen on his lonesome, it's just something that they should be, working on, like somewhat like, how
Spike down,
SK
mid.
Rossi is enabled
One
by
enemy
the side
remaining.
of Global Esports to go and make these, crazy single solo outplays by the help of support on the back of it. Like just now, Shooter just shoots randomly through that cage and he finds Knight Rider's leg and okay, Shooter. Oh my god. Oh my god, this guy's crazy. This guy is absolutely crazy. Somebody get him out of the... Somebody get him out. Nope. Nope. 6-8. 2 rounds lead yet again established. Looking for more. But with the weapons they have, it's not looking likely. It's a couple of Spectres with an operator that has come in. So that's interesting. Knight Rider going to be investing straight into this round. And he still has money left to spare. Because Shivy was the one who gave it to him, I believe. His side of
No more charges.
TE moving towards A. It's a lot of utility being dumped here to get this side. Shock darts raining in from either side here. And it's going to allow them either way to get some damage. The spike's going to go down anyway. Knight Rider finds one. TE is hitting back. King with just the one. Gargot and Shivy hit back again. And Godparticles are making this work. Shivy! And Shivy! And it had to be Shivy for the third. Another round goes their way, and they're going to dismantle the side of TE somehow. Exploit have fallen apart in this second half in the first 3 rounds. And it's exactly what's happened in the first half of this map. Whether or not there's going to be a comeback, I am not quite sure right now because it's going to be another eco. And with the eco coming in, it should guarantee double digits for the side of the defense. Now they're taking up a different approach. They want to go towards mid this time, TE. What can they get? Shooter. Is his knives available? He's got support in the form of Darky. Maybe he'd want a flash or a recon to work with, but nothing of that sort right now. As HSP is going to look to pick up that ultimate orb. Get closer to releasing his seekers for the next round, maybe. And Godparticles, well, they're holding. They're holding tight. As they prepare to come for a B push now. Knight Rider takes out the first. Looking for the second is Gargot, but it's going to be Ember. A 3-man stack on B. Works almost perfectly. Customary round for them. Number 10 on the board for the side of Godparticles. As King, well, your recon's going to come in right now, but I'm not quite sure if you can find anything more than a 1 kill. Gargot's going to be the only casualty as number 10 comes up. It is going to be the side of Team Exploit to give up a 4th in the second half. Oh boy, alright. So now we've got an operator active on Shooter, and that's exactly what he's been waiting for. Because he's been crazy with the operator on the defense. On the offense, he's going to have a little bit more room to play with. A little bit more, freedom to try and make his team see how exactly he would like to go and maybe work against their direction or maybe towards his direction. Whatever it is. Looks like it might just be Godparticles for the win right now. Because they've got a really sturdy defense on A yet again. 4 players are here, by the way, from the side of Godparticles, and they have a perfect read. And Knight Rider, he eats up Shooter like bacon for breakfast. And with that 4v5, it's gonna be T. Make that 3v5 as Ember actually finds Darky lurking towards B. And that is an unfortunate situation. Soulmate comes in from halls. He's gonna find Logista. And that's gonna throw things in the mix. But what he doesn't know is that Shivy's right behind him. And he actually finds Scar God. And Shivy at this point needs to get that kill, and he will. Thankfully, at least. 3 versus 2. Still the disadvantage for the attackers. As the Knight Rider, he goes down. HSB actually finds the kill. And King somehow survives that. The plan's gonna go down as the Seekers come in. And King has an idea about where they're gonna be. From here, they prepare for the post plan. Two versus 2. 2 players really low. King takes out one. Is the other one gonna be able to do it? HSB, he's down at 5 HP, and thankfully he healed up King. And he's gonna take him out of Ember. A beautiful shot. King's playing around with him. It's gonna be a timing issue here, as Ember just running around circles, and it's just up to King to try and find an opening, but no! Timing comes to work, and the... Oh no, does it work? Does it work? Does it work? Does it work? Oh my god! 0.10 milliseconds. 10 milliseconds, ladies and gentlemen. Another close round for the books between Godparticles and TEAMXO. There's been a couple of these in this series. It looks like these two teams love cutting it to the edge. If Ember would have found that kill just 10 milliseconds before. 10 milliseconds, guys. That's all. That's how earlier he needed a kill. I can't even tell how small 10 milliseconds is. For now, Knight Rider, he's gonna try and salvage something out of this as he goes towards that mid position, but he does not find anything apart from a Cypher camera in his face that tagged him. And now, towards A they go yet again, TE. 4 players, all 5 actually here, except for the one which is Darky lurking towards the Hall's position. As he is going to be spotted out. And Darky is in a rather interesting position now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not quite sure if he wants to be in that position for any longer, but he's stuck there. As his teammates are going to find the plan thanks to the Viper Spit. But here comes Hunter's Fury to try and stop it from happening. No more playing around, say Godparticles. Shivy finds Shooter, and that's going to be a problem. Here we go. Knight Rider still lurking around, still holding the operator. But Soulmate finds 2, and that's suddenly the round turned around on its face. Darky, his long-termless lurk is going to finally pay off some dividends. As it's going to be Ember left all alone. And he's running towards B to save his weapon. Maybe he gets hunted down, maybe not, but this round has been executed to perfection from the side of TE. Whew.
Toxins going up.
Damn. Oh my god. I don't know what's happening in this match, guys, but I really thought Godparticles were gonna let this go into their bag, but it's slowly slipping away from them as TE are surmounting a comeback here. Not really looking as good as it would be. TE, what have you got in store for us? What further can you pull out of your bag of tricks?
Deploying drone.
Houdini's always has something on the back of his sleeve. These guys are no lesser than him. The Houdini of Valorant. TEAMXO. Knight Rider, and he's pushed up quite a bit, and that's gonna give him a lot of value because the Seekers are being pocked by the defenders, and that's gonna give information that there's more players towards A than there is at B. There's actually nobody at B, and Knight Rider could decide to push up, and he gets punished for it. Darky gets him, and that should be a free ticket to the B side, except for the one player there, which is Ember. But here we go. Oh boy, finds him midair. King takes out Shivy, and the Russian brothers exchange damage.
Last player standing.
Logista's gonna be able to take him down as revenge, but Soulmate's taking him down instead. And now Darky, mid position. This is absolute coordinated perfectionist play from TE. And I honestly, if I was against TE right now, I'd probably giving them, you know, every sort of colorful language words because they're so annoying to play against, especially Darky. That man is one of the most annoying lurkers that I've seen so far. Oh boy. You know, the one thing that you can consider about TE is the fact that these guys, you know, they've got their slow plays, right? They've got their strategic plays, but they're just as good with their aggressive plays like this one. But they know they're doing that because there's an eco. I agree. Yeah, that's right. But it's just really interesting to see that these guys switch up their play so many times. That's their dynamic of their play. They can go aggressive in a couple of seconds. They can come back to static plays in a couple of seconds. They're that good. But the side of Godparticles, they're not able to switch in and out like that. And because of that, number 10 has come on the board. And we're on level scores now. And it looks like TE want to get this map and finish this a one-off as quickly as possible. It's taken them some time to settle in, ladies and gentlemen. But right now, TE look like they're on top of the world. Oh boy. Well, the one thing that you can think about when you think about Godparticles is that they have this sort of, you know, defensive style of play that allows them to play as a stack, which works out most of the times like it does right now. And it's gonna get even taken down at times, just like now. Look at that shooter. My god, this guy is a beast. Exploit. They're looking to find the lead for the first time in this map. And it looks like it's gonna come to them as HSB takes out the twin sister Sky, Gargod, and it is gonna be Exploit leading at the most crucial point in this series. And Eco looking in the favor of Godparticles and at the most worst moment possible. The most worst moment. Semi-buy probably in the works, but they lose this, they give away match point, and after that, I have no idea what's gonna happen.
Scanning ahead.
Location revealed. Darky, his lurk is gonna be taken care of, I hope. Because they really need to take care of Darky if they want to hope to win this round.
I've got your trail.
He's gonna get away. He's still lurking in the Hall's position though, as every single player apart from Darky is converging on this A side. HSB's taken out one already, and that's gonna mean success. Kings found the second. They're looking for the third. Shivy's gonna take out two though, and Darky really needs to come on this backstab a little faster. And he's gonna find he's playing the discipline game, but he's not gonna be waiting for too long. As soon as Shivy jumps down, he's gonna take him down. Match point comes up for a team exploit. Doesn't matter that they lost two players. They are gonna be taking this one straight home. Unless there is a certain unthinkable comeback that comes in out of nowhere. Oh my lord, this is just getting interesting by the minute. And this is probably the last couple of minutes you're gonna see, ladies and gentlemen. Whether or not it's gonna be ending in the way that we expect it to right now, which is TE, is a interesting option that we can explore. But I still don't want to take away the benefit of doubt from the defenders. King almost found that kill onto Shivy. He's down to 70 HP, so he needs to be careful. Recon's been taken down. Logista's here as well. As the rest of TE explore towards B. And they're gonna flash straight in. He goes right in. He's not gonna get the kill, but he damaged him to 100. Gargon finds another. And TE are falling apart here. HSB has been left all alone towards B. As he looks to find 1, maybe 2 consolation kills. But he's got 4 players against him.
Last player standing.
Even his teammate's been taken down, and that's probably going to be the number 11 on the board. And to the final round we go, ladies and gentlemen. To the final round we go. It's definitely going to be either 13 to 11, or we're going to see an overtime come in. What do you do in the situation if you're TE? Where do you approach? Where have you found the most success? A?
There.
Mid? We're gonna have to see, because they know that they can find A a lot more easier because the players play on the back of side, so that gives them a lot of map control to work with. But they need to be careful with the way they play, just because if there's somebody who peeks out or maybe just randomly sprays to the wall, it's gonna be a problem. King knows that the camera's on the left and he heard it, so they're gonna focus on trying to take it out. As Knight Rider, blinded, found out by the recon, taken out as well. Logista's gonna take out HSB, but here comes the Viper Spit. This is the end, ladies and gentlemen. This is probably gonna be it. The plank goes down, Soulmate's had his Viper Pit up, and this is probably how it all finishes. The cookie's gonna crumble in one direction. Is it gonna be the side of TE? It's gonna be the side of Godparticles. Scargod wants to say Godparticles. He's screaming Godparticles, but he's gonna get taken down. Soulmate still in this fight. He's not letting it go. And that ultimate from the Cypher is gonna let them get the last 2. And to overtime we go. My word, that was one of the most chaotic runs of this series. And another Hunter's Fury to the Sky sort of celebrations.
Switching sides. Overtime.
Phew. Well, that's been a hell of a lengthy match. And with 12 to 12 on the board, we might as well expect the unexpected at this point. And that is not literally nothing. Literally nothing, because now I don't know who's going to win. Buy for both these teams in full force. There's nothing that they can afford apart from maybe the Jet. You know, if he goes for the operator, he's going to have a little bit of utility and armor discouragement, but still going to be good with it. And it is Shooter, so you can always count upon him. As Godparticles prepare for... Oh, unfortunately, the dog from HSB does not connect, and they have an idea! Shooter! You disgusting little fella. King's already spotted out the elbow of Ember, and he's going to tag him as well. That's going to give a lot more information. Knight Rider, as much as he's... Oh, boy, Logista. Okay, interesting camera. As he's looking out for any sort of potential pushes towards mid.
Camera taken out.
As Darky, with the same camera position as he's probably been putting for like 25 years, he's going to see Knight Rider in his usual habitat. And Shooter, he actually tags down Logista. He's down low, so very low, and he can't even get healed up. No Sky available. No Initiator utility. They're gonna have to go this on the basis of dry peaks at this point. Apart from what they have is the Sova. And that is Shivy, and look at HSB. HSB! 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 No! He finds one! He still gets the 1 kill, and that should be enough. And he's tagged down Shivy to 10 HP as well. And the last 30 seconds come up yet again. Godparticles pushing this down right to the clock. They're again playing with time here, and time has never been kind to them, at least for most things. King takes out Ember with a shock dart, and even though Shivy's crawled into this small, tiny little position, it probably is the end of this. Unless, let's just have something to say about it. 47 HP, Spike in front of him. He can't even plant. No, I thought he was gonna actually get the kill, but Soulmate comes out. And the second spray does connect, and it is going to be the side of Exploit to find the lead in the overtime. This is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. I have no clue, but it looks like it. Oh, man.
Revealing it.
As we moving further ahead into this really intense match, it potentially could be the last round, or it could be the start of a many. Because we've seen timeouts, we've seen overtimes go towards a lot of different directions, and now Shooter looks like he's had enough. He wants one, he wants two, but he's not gonna get it. Shivy's tagged down, but just not enough to take his life away. But Darky, oh no! Darky, he whiffs it, but HSB's here to cover him up, and suddenly, just like that's a 1v3. HSB, the hero of the round for his team, probably of the series, as in this 1v3, Shivy can only hope to find what he wants, and that is a victory. Shock Dart's coming in, probably a bullet or two is going to be fired in his general direction. All three players are just going to be waiting for him, but the time's gone. It's done. It's over. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it.
Attackers
TEAMXO
win.
defeat the side of Godparticles on Breeze as well, 14-12, and it is a 2-0 victory, and a honest to God beautiful one at that. They were so down low. They were 10-5 down, and a comeback from that to take the lead and then have it go to overtime and then come back and hit it hard again. It's been a hell of a match. It's been a hell of a match, and I think that this is probably one of the most intense matches. Let's move to the match highlights and have a look at what the 14-12 unwinded in front of our eyes from top to finish. Because, my word, Shooter took a little bit of time to settle in at Breeze, but I think the minute he did, he just popped off straight on. The couple of first few rounds, I think maybe until round number 5, 6, or 7, he had a little bit of a slow start, and then the way he picked up, oh my God, was this guy good. Shooter, honestly, is a prodigy, one that TEAMXO should definitely preserve as a gem for as long as possible. And pretty much every single one of their every single one of their team members, actually, because everybody pulled their weight. Darky's lurks were perfect. Soulmate's utility was on point. HSB's lurks and his utility was on point. He got 19 himself. King was on 21 with his own weight pulling, and Shooter on top of the scoreboard with 22. And even though Soulmate and Darky were on 11 and 12 respectively, you could see their impact in the game. And that's what makes the difference. That is what puts a team like that on top. Godparticles yet to register a win after their first one in the Tec Gauntlet, as they have again lost. And they've lost to a team that has put on a one-of-a-kind performance today. Split was a beautiful game from them. And now, it is going to be Breeze, where we saw a 14-12 come in, a hard-fought victory for them. So many times they had to just fight for their lives, play really slow and hard when try to match the pace of Godparticles, and then sometimes try to assert their own pace so that they can feel comfortable of the way they play in Breeze. And they made it work. TEAMXO, they come out on top. It is the end of this series. What a game it's been, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope you all enjoyed, because I enjoyed casting it as much as I enjoyed breaking my own jaw. But this has been quite a bit of an experience. Now, further on from this, where do Godparticles go? I have no idea, because I really think that they should reconsider the way they actually play out their playstyles, because number one, we've seen this time and time again, that multiple times they give away their time limit. They go past the time limit quite a number of times. It's just, down to really bad timings, to be honest. Less than 30 seconds, less than 20 seconds is something that shouldn't be happening, just because of the fact that you quite honestly have no time to react to what the opponent's going to be doing at the defense or on the offense, right? So you look at the scoreboard and you're going to see that Shooter, well, he had as much impact as possible on this series. He was the leader in the previous one. He's the leader on this one. And competing with him was Ember with 20. while the rest of Godparticles, well, they did pull their own weight. You can see it 16, 15, 16, 16. Everybody had kills, but it just somehow didn't surmount to be enough. A whole team effort from Godparticles was not good enough to face off against the Wrath of Shooter and King and HSB, who put up 22, 21, and 19 respectively. What a brilliant game of Valorant this has been, and it's been an absolute crazy one to cast as well. 13-6 and 14-12. The scoreline's in front of you. This is a storyline, and this is gonna give side of Team Exploit to go right above, on top of the leaderboard. If not first, they're definitely gonna be second. So we're gonna have a look at that in just a bit. The group standings are gonna be coming. The group standings are gonna be coming up in just a bit. But before that, you're gonna see my pretty face. Yay! Hi. Okay, I'm blurred out. Hold on. Let me fix that. There I am. All right. So it has been a match. It has been a match and a half, and I think I need something to eat, and I need to stop talking for the next 3 days because I think I've talked enough for an eternity now. But hey, let's have a look at the group standings and let's see where exactly these players are going to be ending. Where these teams are going to be ending up after this match. EXO on top, followed by Exploit, as you would expect, just because they've got that one loss, unfortunately. Exploit could have been on top with 8 points right now, by the way. But because they had to forfeit, they had to give it away. And Godparticles, well, they're still stuck where they were. Number 5, 2 losses, 1 win, and they've pulled off only 3 points out of that. They need to make things work. And if they want to try and, make some work happen for the qualifiers, this is the point where you start, my guys. This is exactly where you start, because VALOR, True Rippers are going to run away with this. They're really good teams, and you know it. S8UL not really having the great time. That could be one opportunity for Godparticles to probably take over this side for once and for all. Maybe find different ways to try and tackle True Rippers maybe when you face them, or Team VALOR, because this is getting closer and closer day by day. 3 matches they played, 4 more to go. The next one is definitely not going to be easy. Neither are the ones that's going to be following. And Godparticles need to find a way to try and work around their methods of play, because I think that they should play a little bit more faster. Maybe try and have some executes that actually are more, time conservative than time diminishing. And maybe, you never know what could happen. Try different techniques. Go out and finish off different kinds of techniques where you can use, not just in your scrims, and come and practice it here, and maybe you can take down the biggest of names. You never know. But hey, that's been the end, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a long, long night for both the players and for me, and probably for my producer as well, who's been trying to keep up with that as much crap as I'm uttering out of my mouth. But I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been a great match. You are watching the LG Ultragear presents TC Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Crucial, apparel partner 656, and accessories partner Cosmic Byte. Do check out the deals that we have for you in the description down below. If we've got everything for you so that you can upgrade your PC and get as good as these pros. Practice only comes if you got a good gear, and if you got a good gear, you never know, you can make it pro and maybe come and play along with the pros right here, maybe in Season 4. Not to forget, hit the like and subscribe button if you like what we show you, and notification bell icon to get notified every single time we go online with these matches of high-octane Valorant action. And don't forget, scan the QR code every time it pops up, because you need energy. I really need energy. And like it pops up, I'm going to be getting my Red Bull, and you should too. So thank you for joining, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you have a really great night, and happy gaming.
1, 2, 3, let's go.